फ्रेंड्स, मैं अनुज मिश्रा आप लोग का वेलकम करता हूँ हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल हियर इज ऑल में, जहाँ पे आपको आपके कहने के अनुसार और हमारे आइडिया के बेसिस पे वीडियोस मिलती रहती हैं। तो जैसा कि हमने कंजर्वेशन ऑफ प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल चैप्टर को एक्सप्लेन कर दिया है, अब नेक्स्ट हम मूव करते हैं क्वेश्चन आंसर्स की तरफ। सो क्वेश्चन आंसर्स हैं, द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज डिफाइन फ्लोरा एंड फौना। फ्लोरा एंड fauna क्या है? Different kinds of plants living in their natural surroundings are called flora, and different kinds of animal living in their natural surroundings are called fauna. Next question is explain ecosystem. What is an ecosystem? A self-sustaining functional unit of biosphere consisting of living biotic and non-living abiotic components called an ecosystem. Ecosystems are interconnected and related between each other with each other. Sorry. Question number third is what is the consequences of deforestation? Consequences of deforestation: by destruction of forest, amount of groundwater is affected. Soil becomes barren and incapable of retaining waters. Fertile soil gets converted into deserts called desertification. This also increases rainfalls. And plants prevent excessive rise of temperature of atmosphere by evaporation of water through process of transpiration. जो plants होते हैं वो एटमॉस्फेयर के टेम्परेचर को एक्सेसिव राइज होने से भी बचाते हैं। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है एक्सप्लेन व्हाट इज अ वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी। वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरीज क्या है? अ वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरीज इज एन जनरली स्पीसीज oriented region where cutting of trees for timber and other forest is permitted with specific instructions so that while living of the while being of sorry specific instructions so that will being of wild animals do not suffer. Next question is what are the migratory birds? Migratory birds means which are birds which what are migratory birds? जो वो कौन से birds होते हैं जो एक तरफ से दूसरी तरफ फैलते हैं, वो क्या होते हैं? सीजनल मूवमेंट ऑफ एनिमल्स फ्रॉम वन हैबिटेट टू अनदर इज कॉल्ड माइग्रेशन. Species like bird migrate to a place of favorable condition for a certain period of time and then travel back to their natural habitat. Next question, how do we conserve forest? Explain. The method of preventing forest conserving of forest are: first we have to stop cutting of trees. Next, excessive grazing which are happening, excessive grazing we have to stop that also. And poisoning of biodiversity. In cutting of trees for agriculture purpose, we are cutting trees for agriculture purpose, result in loss of habitats of plants and animals. In order to conserve forests, preservation of cutting downs of trees essential. Next, excessive grazing. Increasing population of domestic animals has lead to overgrazing, which must be controlled to save forests. And next is poisoning of biodiversity. Avoiding disposal of wastes from cities, factories, agricultural fields, or industries into forest. Next question, what are the extinct and endangered species? Give one examples of each. Endangered species that are at a high risk of getting extinct in near future due to decline in their number and drastic changes in the habitat, called endangered species. Asiatic lions, golden moles, and pink pigeons are some endangered species. Next question is define biosphere reserve. What are the objectives of setting up a biosphere reserve? A multi-purpose protected area which is developed to conserve biodiversity and also to educate, train, and create awareness about environmental aspects and economically living is called biosphere reserve. Okay. Next question is what is migration? Why do birds migrate? The seasonal movement of animal from one habitat to another is called migration. Birds migrate for following reason: to escape cold and unfavorable conditions. Second, to reproduce in favorable condition of temperature food. And third, to lay their eggs in a more hospitable place. Question number next is state species categorized under World Conservation Union (WCU). Categorized are endangered species: Asiatic lions, Asian elephants, gold pemole, pink pigeon, etc. In rare species, those species which at present exist in small number are called rare species, and vulnerable species that are on risk due to human activities called vulnerable species. Example: hippopotamus, polar bears, etc. Threatened species that can be become to be endangered in future. So हमारा क्वेश्चन आंसर कंप्लीट हुआ. हमारा क्वेश्चन आंसर कंप्लीट हुआ. नेक्स्ट हम मूव करेंगे दूसरे चैप्टर पे. तब तक के लिए थैंक यू, टाटा, बाय बाय, जय हिंद. और अगर आपको कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हो तो आप हमारे कमेंट सेक्शन में बता सकते हैं, हम आपकी प्रॉब्लम को क्लियर करेंगे.